Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Ashley Rose and this is your weekly tarot reading for December 20th to December 26th. I am so excited to be here with you guys. It is my favorite time of the year. It is the holiday Christmas season and in the spirit of just spending time with family and getting the things done and holiday shopping and just being a human during this time, I just decided to make these quick little videos, but do them in a fun way that I get to kind of do a reading in a different way and just change up the everyday from the daily tarot readings. I love them. I know you love them. And I'll keep them this way, but just kind of change things up. I'm going to pull 7 cards for each day of the week, kind of talk about how they all interact together, and then pull a couple for our love life during this time, because why not? Some clarifiers, an affirmation. We're just going to have a good old time and have fun. It's Christmas, I haven't been telling you guys about a fun thing that's been happening in my life. I've just kind of forgot about it, and I think it's a good time because it's Christmas. But recently we just adopted a senior dog. Her name's Heidi, and she's been not really taking up a lot of my time, but I've been giving her lots of love, so that kind of takes up time. But she is 12 years old, she's deaf, she sleeps, she snores, she toots a lot, but she's been amazing to have around in the house. I would show her right now, but she's on the couch snoring, but just didn't realize how much I loved freaking animals until I had an animal again. And she has just been like sent from above. So I am so happy to have her around, and you'll hear her in videos snoring if you haven't watched my December monthlies yet. You can hear her snoring in the background, and I might have talked about her a little bit in there just because her snoring's a little loud. But otherwise, go watch the December monthlies because we have some really good things happening for us this month going into the next year. Okay, all right. Time to get into the cards. I do want to say though, as I am shuffling, I just finished up the full moon in Gemini video that if you haven't watched, go watch that now. But it's talking about time to reflect, plot, and plan your future. And I've been really reflecting in this last year of just all of my personal growth, and just been so happy to have this channel and to start this with you guys and make these videos that make me really happy to do, and I hope that you really get a lot out of them too. And it just it feels good that for 3 to 10 minutes that I get to be on here and just do something that makes me really feel like myself. If 4 people watch it or 12 people watch it, it doesn't matter, because like this time that I spend with you guys is so near and dear to my heart, and I am just so happy to have done it and just to be here. So thank you for coming and watching and just inspiring me to do more, honestly. So thank you. Now I'm gonna get the week set up. What are we in? What's happening right now? Venus is in retrograde, so we might be feeling that within our relationships, how we are trying to deepen that, what's coming up, the things that we might need to transform. We could be feeling like we're kind of taking a step back. But again, when we think about Mercury retrograde, it's like that slingshot back to move forward. This doesn't stay around too long. It only comes around, it's not as fast as Mercury. So we'll move through it, but just be aware as you're navigating these next couple weeks through the retrograde, because yes, it affects our relationships, but that doesn't always mean romantic. That also affects our platonic ones too, within our families and our friends. So pay attention to what could be transforming and what you're being called to look at. Two more. So as I was shuffling these earlier, right before I turned on the camera, the Fool and the World popped out, and I loved that because the World is the end of the major arcana and the Fool is the beginning. And I really think that it was a very beautiful moment of understanding of like so many cycles ending and new journeys about to unfold, right? We're in this transition period of understanding this journey that we're on. And honestly, we're all collectively in it together, and we're all going to see it differently. Just a good reminder to be kind to your friends and just strangers and neighbors around, because we're all going through something. We're all embarking on a new journey, right? Whew. Okay, so we're being called to answer a lot this week and to listen to the messages that we are receiving and how we are going to move and groove forward through them. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse here on the bottom. So I love this because we're not allowing ourselves to get lost in la la land, get lost in the dream world where we're like, okay, no, this is what I want, this is what I desire, this is what needs to get done, I'm gonna make it happen. We're not sitting here all day just dreaming and creating dreams, you know, like fantasy dreams. You get me. Alrighty. So yes, because with the full moon brought a lot of communication about our ego, about our shadow self, the things that are trying to kind of make way as we embark in a new journey forward. And I feel like this is one for our growth and our expansion. And as we start to align ourselves and focus on what we really want, what we really desire, those old habits, those negative thoughts, those old beliefs that we used to keep in the back of our mind, keep, you know, on repeat, or we used to listen to, we used to engage in, you know, old friends, those are getting brought to the surface. And so we might feel like we're taking steps backwards when we're really actually moving forward. And what's going to help us push through that is by tuning into, you know, what you're really being called to do at the end of the day. And that is to keep your focus on your dreams, keep your focus on your passions, and keep putting your creative energy towards something that really makes you excited, right? Because it's like, you know, doubt and worry and anxiety is just creative energy that doesn't have a place to go, and it's getting stuck within our mind. So it's a good time to, maybe you're struggling with the thing that you're building and you get doubts, and maybe you can't really put it into that, but maybe go color, go journal, go make some food, something that's creative in any way, or like literally you could create whatever, but that helps redirect your focus from this doubt, this stress that you're worried on, and direct it somewhere else that's like useful and beneficial to what you have, what is actually going on around you. That makes sense. Yeah, because that direction helps us put in the work needed. It helps us find that strength to, you know, be inspired by the work that we're doing. Everything that's happening right now is aligned with our purpose. Like the eclipse came and it is doing its work. The universe is taking things out, it's bringing things in, it's bringing in lessons, it's bringing in, you know, blessings and opportunities. But sometimes to get through the good things, you gotta sift through some of that negative. You have to make space for the positive to come in. And so sometimes the negative has to be in your face for you to finally deal with it and get it out of your, you know, your focus, what has your attention. Okay, and now let's get into it. So for the first day, we have the Devil. Calm down. Monday, that's what I'm speaking about, right? Because we are still going to have this feeling, and the Devil popped up on Saturday too in last week's reading. Our egos are out and about right now, and it's okay, because Tuesday we have the Knight of Swords, and that's kind of like cutting through bullshit, cutting through the communication, cutting through the thinking, cutting through the ideas that stop you from achieving your goal. Because on this Knight is a butterfly, and butterflies are the symbol for transformation and change. Remember, Venus is in Pluto, right? Or Venus is just conjunct Pluto, and that's a harmonization. That's a unity that is coming together, and it comes together to help us look at the ways that we form relationships and the way that we're communicating in them. There's a big push on relationships right now, and even more so the relationship that you have with yourself and the relationship that you have with your higher self and your ego, and how you let them communicate. How are you going to soothe the thoughts that are in your mind to properly put in place the work that you want to get done? Right? The Knight of Swords, also, he has this cape on the back of him, and that is desire. So his desires are kind of flying in the wind, and he's moving forward. Knights are also a court card for extremes. So the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands kind of like to go after their battle head on. They want to just put up the fight right now, where the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups are kind of waiting for their sign, waiting for the signal to go forward. So pay attention the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, on your emotions, your temper, the way that you're talking to people. Are you coming across bluntly? Are you coming across harsh? What did I hear one time? It was like kindness without honesty is manipulation, and honesty without kindness is brutality. So pay attention to the way that you're communicating with people. Are you being kind? Are you being honest? Are you being kind and honest with yourself? First off, right? Maybe that's a really big question that we have to ask ourselves this week, is how can I be more kind and more honest with myself about what I want, my future, where I'm going, and the way that I allow myself to communicate that. Because sometimes we could be dishonest with ourselves, where we have desires inside that are screaming out for us to listen to, but we're not listening. We're continuing to just put our foot, or put our pen to paper and just do what we're supposed to be doing. But we have Judgment coming after this card, and so they're calling out to you on Wednesday. Your aspirations, your dreams, your passions, desires, they're calling out. They're calling you out. They're waking you up. They're saying, hey, there's an opportunity to take this week and to really do something that makes you excited, to really do something that wakes you up and wants you, and you want to get out of bed for it, right? Because there are these people here, they're in their coffins, and this angel comes and blows this horn and wakes them up, right? Enlightens them so they can like rise and go to heaven, right? Essentially, that's what this card is saying. But there's mountains too in the background, and those are the peaks that we go through in life, but ultimately we are going to rise to these opportunities coming in, because it's going to help promote our growth and our healing, and again, moving us forward, moving us from this space where this ego's a little scared right now, because we are making the decisions that are going to impact our future in the right way, and it's just nervous. Because I talked about this, I think, in last week's reading, where the ego is really our friend, and it can be our best friend when we learn how to communicate with it properly and we've integrated it in a balanced way. It's here to help protect you, it's here to support you, and it's here to keep you out of harm's way. It can also be looked at as our survival brain. So if we're living in survival, then the ego is thriving and it is keeping us where it wants to be. But when we kind of start to branch out and change our ways of thinking and kind of step into the unknown, into this new future, it gets a little nervous, it gets a little scared, and that's when the doubts start to pop back up, the anxiety, the limiting beliefs, the fears you have about money and not making it, and why you stay in certain situations that aren't really aligned with your happiness and your purpose, So on Wednesday, we're being called to answer that, to really examine that and see where we're going. We have Judgment, and I love that Judgment popped up as I was talking about the Fool in the World earlier, because Judgment is the card right before the World. And 100% this reading lines up, because it is that final test before you reach the end of your cycle, before you reach the end of the lesson that you're learning, right? Before you can level up, move on. It's this call of, okay, here are all the things that you've wanted. The universe is bringing them to you. You want to work through your doubt. You want to work through your anxiety. You want to deepen your connections. You want to find consistency and self-discipline, right? You want to have more authentic relationships in your life. Well, okay, it's done it. Now it's your job to put in the work and have the strength and the confidence to stay aligned with what you're doing, to work on your abundance, work on your success, develop those deep relationships, put your hands to work and really come up with the plans that's going to make this thrive. Thursday, we have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 is the number for strength. It's the number for power. It's the number for drive, confidence. It is, calming those thoughts within you and allowing, the ones that you really align with, the one that you really vibe with, right? Like if that's, you want to sit on your computer and you want to work on your website all day, or are we going to go hang out with our friends and maybe smoke weed? Because that's fun, right? That's going to make us happy short term. But if I really sit here and I put my focus to my work, and I work on my website and I build it up, and clients can see me, whatever it is, that's really going to help me, and that's really going to benefit my future, and that is aligned with my goals, that's aligned with what I want, my desires, then we're going to choose those decisions over the latter now, right? Because look at him, he's so stinking close. He only has 2 more pentacles to put up on that totem, and the totem is like everything that we've gone through this past year, all of the work. And so we have 2 more little things, really little things to go through, because we can see, you can see the kingdom in the background, you can see your vision of the future, your intuition is leading the way, and your desires are leading the way, and it's that that's that harmony between them, the balance that you trust within yourself, the work that you're doing and the ideas that you're receiving to really make this all grow and flow. Friday, we have the Queen of Wands. I love this because as we're tapped into our work and we're really working and we're confident about this confidence grows because we are doing what we are supposed to be doing, right? We're not distracted, we're not worried, we're not sad, we're not, you can be those things and that's fine, you're human, but we are really being pushed to move through them. And moving through them with this energy is going to be way more beneficial than trying to resist it and working against it. The Queen of Wands sits there with his sunflower in her hand, so the sunflowers keep themselves pointed at what nourishes them, what grows them, what, helps them feel their light, right? And that's, or I don't know where I'm going there, but it just points them to their light, right? And so we're pointing ourselves towards our focus, towards our light, what really brings us joy and happiness. She's sitting on a solid throne with a black cat in front of her. So where you are in your life right now is solid and you're being protected and guided through this. Even with the devil in the beginning of the beginning of the week, there's black all around here. And yes, black is a color for negativity, but it's also the color for protection. So even though you're going through this, because you look here, like the things that are keeping us chained down, these people, they don't have locks around them. They're not choking them. They're not holding on tight. You can take them off. So it is your choice whether you want to take them off. When we take them off, we grow in our confidence. We grow in our understanding of our purpose and our path. And we have the energy and the motivation to keep moving forward. And when we use that energy and we use that motivation to align and listen to our intuition, we can become the Empress who sits on her throne and creates a life that she loves to share with those that she loves. It's about birthing new ideas. It's about communicating the things that you want, getting in touch with your creativity, and having the desire to move forward, right? This Venus symbol here, which I love that we're talking about Venus retrograde too, and that's the symbol for Venus. So we're talking love, beauty, romance, all of those things. And when she allows all of those things to be what leads the way, she creates an abundant garden for her to sit back and watch it. And she's sitting here grateful, appreciative of the process that she's gone through, that she took every little nugget of knowledge and applied it to what she's doing so that she could grow, and so that she could really grow and develop something that meant a lot to her. There's fruit all over her dress, so that's like fruit of your labor, the things that you're working towards. There's this little river in the background, that's your intuition, go with the flow. And then she has stars all over her crown and this saber that's pointing up. So that's just a symbol of your connection to the divine and to where you're getting your ideas right now. Do not doubt the ideas that you are receiving, the understandings, the knowledges. They're coming from a specific place, and take that guidance and do something with it for moving forward. We end the week Sunday with the Six of Cups. So today we might be feeling nostalgic. There's romance in the air. There's a relationship around us that makes us feel, that we're heard and we're seen, and the things that we want matter, right? We have these two people here, could be children, but they have filled cups of their dreams, of their emotions, and they're sharing them. It's about giving and receiving, right? And having a full cup to give from because you've put in the work this week to build your confidence, to build your power, to stand strongly in your light, and you're not allowing those doubts to lead the way, so that when you are interacting and experiencing life with your family this week, which I love that the Queen of Wands and the Empress, Queen of Wands is on Christmas or Christmas Eve, and then the Empress is on Christmas. Like, I love it. There's these really good relationships around you to really tap into love, tap into the opportunity, because 6 is the number for temporary opportunity. And we have a temporary opportunity to really put ourselves on the right path and to enjoy and be grateful to those that are around us and feel that joy, because the last 4 days of the week, look at how much yellow is present in these cards. So there's happiness. In the beginning of the week, we had to just trust our intuition, have faith in our clarity, and kind of just hold on. That TikTok is like, hold on. I don't know where I'm going, hold on. That's how we feel. Just wanted you to know. Yeah, look at this cup too. It's sitting here on this like solid foundation. You're solid. The love you have in your life, the love that you're working with, the love that you're moving towards, the love that you're building and creating, there's an opportunity behind it. So stay focused on that. Moving into our love reading. This one will be kind of quicker, but I love it. So With love, we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. And I feel like we could be talking about love here, but I just get this sense of safety and family, really, when it comes to it. So it's like, I don't know, immediately when I thought about children, I thought about, and it's because my head's like all Christmas holiday, just thought about like kids around Christmas, you know, waiting for Santa. They're so excited. They have so much joy and life in their eyes about this magical time, right? Because this magical being, Santa Claus, is going to come down and give them presents, right? They want to be, there's all this good energy, and you're tapped into your inner child during this time. Like, there's nothing I love more than decorating the house and buying a bunch of presents and putting lights outside and feeling like a kid again. And that make the effort, I feel like, is really making the effort for yourself and for your inner child, right? In past life relationship, these people that we're spending our time with right now, I feel like they feel comfortable and they feel safe because we've maybe been in this place with them before. And I love that because it is such a good time to connect right now and to share and engage with each other. There's so many possibilities just within that. And then the cards I have to clarify, this is with children, we have Queen of Pentacles. With make the effort, it's everything is fine. And then with past life relationship, we have the Six of Cups. So we are grounded, we are safe. There's nothing to be worried about. There is no harm. There's nothing that we need to be protecting ourselves from, but there is relationships that we can really grow and give to. And that's where our focus should be on. So if you're with your family, maybe you're not in the greatest of times with each other, open your heart up a little bit this week and just allow yourselves to be present in the moment and there, and allow your inner child to kind of come out, because I believe that this is going to be a very good time, or I believe and I feel that this is going to be a very good time for healing our inner child during this week. So allow it to come out, allow it to have fun, allow it to express, and allow this opportunity for growth to take place however it shows up in your life. And so I will end it now with my affirmation card. Guys, it's been a good week. I'm really excited that, I don't know if you saw it, but that blew out. I love. It says, appreciation dissolves all blocks to the presence of my super attractor power. Yeah, we are having appreciation this week. Appreciation for where our life's at, the work that we put in, for the people that's around us, for what inspires us, what we're building, and what we are being called to do. And when we can do that, we can be in that place of appreciation. Our power grows and our manifestations come so much more comes quicker than we expected before. But that is where we're going to leave it, because that is just a good week. So I love you guys. I hope you have a great holiday. I will catch you back next week for the weekly tarot reading.